going on, YouTube? It's your boy No.truths back with another build video. This time we're going to try to be more consistent on YouTube, and I'm going to be bringing you videos from everything from build videos to jump shot videos to detailed guides on certain things like lifetime challenges that you guys need to know that's important in this game. Today we're starting off with a build video. It's one of the most overpowered builds that you will actually be able to use in this game because it's one of the main builds that everybody's using. You will always see these on the 2s, the 3s. You will see these in the rec. Why? Because height matters this year. And it will continue to matter unless a change is made. So, for today, we have a small forward, 6'8", 193 pounds, 6'9" wingspan. And the reason why we do this is because we want to be able to pretty much do it all. This build gets Legend Posterizer, it gets Hall of Fame and Legend shooting badges. It can play the 1 because it has very good ball handling and speed with ball. It has amazing perimeter defense, and it has a decent steal, so you can still play lanes and you can still get steals, especially when the steal buff is coming very, very soon. They said they were going to be adjusting steals. You can also, if you box out, you can also still grab a rebound over people, and as well as you have the speed and agility that a lot of locks have, with, of course, the 80 vertical that you need to be able to get that Legend Posterizer to actually work to your advantage. As well as, we also get 28 cap breakers this year. You want to be able to put those cap breakers on certain things on this build. I built this build in mind if you're going to grind and get cap breakers. If you wanted to rearrange a certain amount of things to do and adjust it to however you want, by all means go right ahead. But I went like this. I went 91 driving dunk, so I can put 2 more cap breakers on Posterizer, so we can get Posterizer on gold, because we already have the 80 vertical that we need. But we need that 2 more for gold Posterizer. Then you can max +2 this, because in this game we get max +2s, which allows your badge rating to go up by 2 as long as it's in that slot. And now we have Posterizer on Legend. For the shooting, I went with free throw because this build can also get 73 free throw, and that allows you to perfectly make free throws in the rec with no problem. That's all you need. Somewhere around in a 70 free throw range, you're perfectly making your free throws every single time. On the three-pointer, we went with 89. You can also cap break this to be higher if you feel like you need a higher three-pointer. But as you can see, you'll be able to cap break your limitless range all the way up to Hall of Fame if you do the +2, if not gold if you do the +1. As well as with the other shooting badges, as you see, they're all gold. Shifty shooters are really a good badge in this game because you will see a lot of people on the 2s and on the 3s going for fades. If you bring up your mid-range higher and higher, you can get the higher shooting badges. Especially this year, set shot specialist is one of the most important things this year. You can literally almost make every shot this year because there is a pure green window. And with this pure green window, it allows you to, as long as you know your jump shot, you can make it every single time. As for playmaking, you only need a 71 pass accuracy this year. I usually prefer to go high pass acts on my build. I usually like to be a pass first guard, sorry. And we like high pass act. But this year, apparently, according to 2K Labs, you do not need some crazy pass act to be able to hand out really good passes. So I feel like 71 to 76 is exactly all you need to be able to make a perfect pass. 86 ball handle and 80 speed with ball is what we need. 80 speed with ball we need for the blur takeover. And as well as lightning launch, you only get it on silver as a 6'8", but you can max +2 this and you get it on Hall of Fame, which is really, really good. With ball handling, Ankle Assassin Silver has been working great for me. I have a bunch of instances where I get ankle breakers and you can get really good animations with it. Handles for days, you might want a cap breaker to get it higher if you needed it, if you're going to be spamming a lot of dribbles. Unblockable doesn't really matter this year right now because steals still not have been touched, and you are pretty much fine no matter how many times people are spamming X on you. You will not get the ball stolen. But if you needed to, you can always bring Unblockable up to gold or Hall of Fame. I went with really high perimeter on this build because you want to be able to play as much defense as possible on that perimeter without, being a liability to your team. So if you ever needed to play lockdown in this build, which I have in the rec, it can. And I want to be able to cap breaker this up to 92 perimeter because I'll be able to get Challenger on gold, and I'll also be able to get on ball menace on gold. as well as it already starts with Gold Pick Dodger. This build is really, really good for defending on the outside. Now, on the inside, this is the one liability of the build. On the inside, we only went with 60 interior. The build does not have the ability to get that many stops in the paint. But of course, if you're playing with a good center, if you're playing with people that know how to play defense, you should be perfectly fine. And as long as you stonewall somebody with your on-ball menace, they should not be able to get in front of you. You should be able to stop them getting to the rim every single time. With 73 steal, lanes and on-ball steals are not that good right now. Unless a change is made, you could go with higher steal in this build if you wanted to. You could take down something else in your finishing or in your shooting, whatever you feel is necessary. But right now, glove is not really, really worth it. Interceptor sometimes works if you have it. I've used it on gold and I've used it on Hall of Fame. Silver works perfectly fine as long as you time it perfectly. Now, defensive rebound. The reason why we went with this is because the stats go up with your defense. And if you bring it up to 60, it's perfectly enough to get bronze, backside beast, and rebound chaser. And believe it or not, since you're a 6'8 guard, you can still, whatchamacallit, grab rebounds randomly if you do manage to box somebody out in that paint. Now, of course, you're not going to get a rebound over like a 7-foot center or anything taller than that or something that has a ridiculous rebounding. But if you manage to green the rebound and manage to get in positioning, you can get rebounds. Now, for the physicals, we went with high speed, high agility, because we are still trying to have a good amount of defense on that perimeter, because defense in this game really, really matters, and you need to be able to jump to pretty much get a contest. If you're just standing in front of somebody and you just put your hands up, what I've noticed is that it doesn't really work how it's worked in the past years. You really need to have that height, and Pick Dodger is a really, really important badge this year because it literally, the screens will really hit you really hard, and if you can't get past those screens, you will lose, basically, pretty much. You got to be able to play defense, and if you can, if you're forced to switch with your lock for some reason, if you're playing the guard with this build, you can do it. You'll be able to have Gold Pick Dodger, and if you need it even higher, you can max +1 that, or max +2 it. Strength. I said a lot of people that's been putting up a lot of more strength, but for this guard build, I don't think you really need much strength. The only reason why you would possibly need strength if you were trying to go with some version of this build, which instead of driving dunk, you wanted like a physical finisher like version, or if you wanted something like strong handle, so just be able to get past somebody, cool. You can camera your strength to get at least bronze strong handle. And once again, like we said, 80 vertical is required because you need it to get that gold posterizer that you can max +2 to get that legend posterizer. Because if you were to try to just get the regular attributes to get legend posterizer, it would be way too expensive for the build and it wouldn't be worth it. But this is what we've gone with for the build. It is really amazing. It outperforms a lot of other guard builds that I've seen. And I went with more offense. Again, more offense and really good perimeter defense. We didn't go so much for interior and so block, but this build does still get blocks and it still can defend in the paint as long as you're playing correctly. It won't bail you out and it won't get like perfect animations for defense in the paint, but this is meant to be a pure offense build and it's meant to be a score. If that's what you're into, then here's what you get. You get shades of Paul George, Lou Hudson, and Jalen Williams, and you get a two-way, 3-level shot creator at 6'8" small forward. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. I wanted to make it quick. I want to make it smooth, make it easy, make it short. This is one of the best builds right now in the game. If you wanted something to start off the year right, you cannot go wrong with this. This is something very, very simple that literally can do it all, and it's really, really good in any game mode that you want to play. So, very excited for the start of the new year. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that sub button. We're back. Thank you guys. Love you all. Peace.